Back then, some were looking to a certain date as signifying the end of this old system of things.
So this video tries to gaslight Jehovah's Witnesses hardcore, so I'm going to break down exactly what Jehovah's Witnesses believed about the year 1975 and what the organization taught about that year. They believed that they had properly calculated how much time had passed since Adam and Eve were supposedly created. They believed that the year 1975 would mark 6,000 years of human existence on the planet. The Bible talks about God's seventh day being a day of rest, and the organization believed that man's seventh millennia may also be a day of, or a millennia of rest. It would usher in the Jesus 1,000-year reign. It would start with Armageddon, the destruction of all the wicked, and then God would turn the earth into a paradise. Now, they also believe that God is still on that seventh day of rest, so they also taught that God's day of rest may come to a completion at that point, and that would also correlate with, Armageddon, the destruction of the world, ushering in paradise. Basically, God is no longer resting, so he would be beginning his work on the earth again. However, if you look at this quote, you can see that the organization wasn't mincing words. They were saying directly that God's rest day does parallel man's seventh day of creation, and that it would come to an end at that point. Yet once again, they're going to blame witnesses for believing what they told them.
Few even went so far as selling their homes and quitting their jobs.
Now, like I said, they try to gaslight witnesses hardcore in this video because this was encouraged directly from the publication. In fact, the organization was praising people who were doing this at that time.
I admit, I was ready to see this old system go away too. But something just didn't seem right. Both at meetings and in my personal study, I was reminded of what Jesus said. Nobody knows the day or hour.
Now, once again, the publications come into play because the organization within their publications was saying something completely different. They were saying that now was not the time to be toying around with this idea, and that, to the contrary, they should be keenly aware of the fact that the end was fast approaching. And of course, they were telling young people that the end was going to come before they would ever grow old in this system, and that they would never be able to complete an education or a career. The irony of this is the fact that the organization is basically telling their followers that the best course of action during that time in their history was to be an apostate. They're literally praising the people who doubted what the organization was teaching at that time. But you're an evil apostate if you doubt what they're teaching now.